I got the heat.
Vibe Show 97.9. Man, I'm telling you, stop playing games. I keep telling y'all that, man. Y'all already know how we do it. We always keeping it 1,000, keeping it exclusive, bringing y'all nothing but the hottest guests on the planet. I keep telling y'all that. You know what I'm saying? My voice, I'm not 100%. Had a little cold, but it don't stop the show. Especially not this one tonight with my brother coming on tonight. I'm not gonna even say well, you know what? Special guest to y'all. Special guest to y'all. That's my brother, that's family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna introduce him and bring him on. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the one and only actor, entrepreneur, king, Karon Joseph Riley, man. Let's get my guy in here right now. What up?
What up, though?
Man, listen. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And now you back on here, man. I've been waiting on this one, man, all day long. And we doing it, man.
Absolutely, as we should, baby. We come from people who build pyramids. So what we doing? What we talking about? Let's get to it.
Absolutely, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight, though. I ain't gonna lie. We got a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? You want them intellectual brothers, man, and we're gonna connect with the minds tonight, man.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Shout out to JMS. They on the shout out right now, man. Jacqueline Martinez Snow. What up? Man, listen, it's like I say, it's been a minute, and since the last time me and you chit chat,
right,
a lot done changed, man.
Yeah, it seems like it's been longer than it has, but I guess the last 8 months felt like 3 years for some people, man. But for me, man, I'll be honest, I took like a 3 month moment there to kind of feel what was really happening, man, and I just went
Right,
back. I just went back to doing what I do, man. Like
right,
I had an epiphany. It's like I get it, man. This is something serious, but as a black man who's been living in America for 42 years already, brother, I've been living with death on my doorstep my whole life.
right,
So for me to stop living trying to run away from death would be irresponsible for me.
right.
Like so, as long as everything, I'm not going to a concert anytime soon. I'm not
Yeah,
going to a club, nothing like that, anything like that. But man, I gotta keep working, man. I gotta keep creating. I gotta keep, doing what I do, man. I gotta keep working in my craft, man. I can't stop my ascension and my quest to be great.
right.
Based on what the world doing, man. If I did that, I'd be still shucking and bucking and doing whatever else I'm supposed to be doing.
Right, right. Now you know what, man. I agree with you on that. Now I want to talk about that a little bit because you know, they a lot of people not mentally headstrong like that.
Yeah,
I totally feel the same way. And I know you still moving with caution, of course,
absolutely.
but I wanna go back to just to get your thoughts too on when it hit, man. Like, when the world shut down for that little period that it shut down, like, how did it impact you and the family? Like, because I mean, you in the entertainment business
Yeah.
and physical, moving around is plays a major role in what you do.
Yep. But the flip side of that is the fact that I am an artist and actor, and I'm in the entertainment business. I'm also accustomed to long periods of time of droughts.
Ah, okay,
You
okay.
get
Now
what
we
I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
my wife and I, we are adjusted to the entrepreneurial life of actors. That's our life.
Right,
Like, I was super hot last year coming out of Ambition Saints and Sinners. Boom, I hit the new year. I'm still rolling off of all that was popping for me last season. I got a pilot I wrote and directed and shot. I shot for 40 days and 40 nights at the top of the year.
mm,
Then we go into all of a sudden I get out of a movie I shot in Denver, which is gonna be super dope, a thriller. I was really excited to be a part of the cast. But I came out of that and I was like, yo, I've been shooting for 40 days and 40 nights. I'm about to take this month off,
yeah, yeah.
recharge, get back in with the kids a little bit, lock in with Terry, just kind of regroup for a second, and then I'm back at it, right? And then all of a sudden
Right.
the pandemic hit. And I was like, well, okay, well, that's a little longer break than I was anticipating.
Right.
But thankfully, like I said, I had been grinding and going so hard for so long that, you know, we have some reserves and, you know, we did it. We were straight. So it was like, this is what we normally do anyway, man. We don't live according to our success at the time. Like we could both be really working our asses off and booking like crazy, but we don't go out and buy a yacht. We don't go out and buy a Bentley. We just stack and be ready for these times. So for us, it was a time to just kind of regroup with the family, man, and really lock in with each other as a couple and just really just kind of iron out if you got any kind of things we had to fix, get it fixed. So it was a positive for us in that aspect.
Right, right. Now, you know, I definitely feel you. I feel you on that. And I do think that's that's the way that you guys are conditioned.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing too, because I connected that when you said, you know, acting life is definitely, you know, periods and times off and stuff like that. You know what I'm
We
saying?
walk faith life. Our whole existence is faith. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You know, we believe in ourselves, and we believe in ourselves enough to think that somebody else is gonna believe in us enough to let us go and play make believe and do all these things. So, like I said, it's a faith-based career, it's a faith-based life that we live. So this kind of shook us, yeah, because we had work lined up that got postponed.
Mm-hmm.
But after that 3-month period, and the world kind of started moving a little bit more, and of course, in our industry, entertainment is kind of what makes the world go round as far as just keeping us all entertained and not killing ourselves at notice. So they got that going relatively quick. SAG, our union, is really, really good at what they do. They put in all these protocols that we got to do, and we go on set and work. And it's almost like it's like the NBA bubble, bro. Like, you know, when I did the last movie I did, we was getting tested every 2 days. You know what I did when we did a couple episodes this year on another show I was doing every 2 days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like everybody that was around us was getting tested every 2 days. So it changed the way we interact on set. We don't just hang out and kick it in our communal areas anymore like we used to.
Right.
And we didn't have lunch together like we used to. But you know, we go to our trailers and they bring food to you there. You kind of have it by yourself. But for the most part, man, our industry adjusted really well. And a good thing for being in Georgia at the time is that the governor was one of them boys. It's just like so. Again, it ended up, you know, one thing being a negative to some ended up being a positive to others. And I think really mindset and perspective is really what this test was about, bro, because when this thing hit, you had a choice to say, is this going to be a headwind, which is going to slow me down, or is it going to be a tailwind, which it propels me?
Right.
I chose the latter. This has been a tailwind for me, bro. I produced 2 projects in this thing. I've worked on numerous projects doing this thing. My family, we're tested. We take care of each other, and we're good, bro. We just gonna keep pedaling, moving forward. You know my motto, baby. I
already know,
baby.
I know how you coming, man. You know the thing about it, though, man. Like, you know, I just I wanna touch on I want to talk about just your thoughts on everything overall, though. You know, I know how you maintain and but I would like to get your thoughts. Like, you know, what have you been thinking about, you know, with seeing everything that's been going on, man, in the last, you know, couple months, which, you know, we had already been seeing, you know, killings and stuff like that. That stuff was already kind of like happening even before COVID.
Yeah, you know, kind of it is happening. It's what's been happening for 500 something years just on this time.
Exactly.
We can go back a couple more hundreds, thousand years, and we can show how long we've been outrunning this oppressor, and we can go back into some real history. I don't know how long we got on the show, but it's deep. But
just me and you, man, we doing this, baby. We doing it.
So you know where we at. Where we at right now is just indicative of where we've been in history, bro. It's like so what my thoughts of everything I'm seeing, man, it's basically history repeating itself, man. Like, I know the history of our people past slavery, before slavery. I study it. I'm reading, you know, I've read 5 books during the pandemic already, bro. Like I'm educating myself on another level to where I can understand and see the world for what it really is. And I don't make emotional conversations anymore. I don't need to make them because I know now.
Right.
You know, this political thing that's going on in the country with Trump versus Biden. To me, they two devils are the same coin to me.
Exactly.
Neither one of them to me has African people, this African Americans who live in this country in their best interest at all. And
Right.
again, us as Black people, I keep saying, we keep looking to the people, the very people who put us in this situation to save us and help us.
Man.
That is insanity in itself.
Right.
And
Right.
so I've been basically strategizing, man. Like I said, reading and educating myself just on a deeper level, continue more of learning for myself, so I can go on interviews and speak truth from what I've researched and give books to people that can actually hear this and go read the books themselves. And so basically, I just been doing my part, bro. Willful evolution, man. Trying to continue to evolve myself ahead of the curve, so the curve don't make me evolve on this time.
Right. How effective do you think that protests and stuff are really? Do you think that
I don't
they're
think
effective?
at all. I think it's the same playbook. If I'm playing against a team and every time I know in the third quarter they're down this many points, they're gonna run the draw. Yeah, I'm gonna let you run the draw, but I know how to stop the draw.
Right. Right.
Same play, bro. It's been the same play since day one. You can only get back what the bully took from you by the way the bully took it from you. You know, you can't go tell and think the bully gonna stop bullying you on the playground.
Right.
You got three options when you face a bully. You fight the bully. You run from the bully.
Right.
Or you get help to fight the bully. Whatever you want to do, that's your options. And for us as Black people, we haven't chose anything. We choose the same option. We keep doing the same thing. To me,
right. You know, and I was gonna ask you, man, like, you know, you can't have these conversations with everybody because, you know, people process things different.
Well, the biggest problem with our people is we've been processing things through the oppressor's eyes. You know what I'm saying? We see the world the way they've mind tricked us to see the world.
Right.
We are continually looking through their eyes at us instead of us looking at ourselves from inside out and understanding the greatness of which we come from. If we all knew deep down in our hearts and knew our true history about what greatness we really come from, the solution to how we get back there is a simple solution.
Right.
Black people have lost the thirst for power.
Right.
You know, because when we had it, we never wielded it in a way that it was addictive. We believed in the community. We were creatives. We created science, math, astrology, everything that they teach us that they say we did that. When they encountered us, they didn't even know about soap, bruh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was already two other societies ahead of them. The Asians and the Arabs was more evolved than the Europeans when they encountered us. But all of them were coming to us to see how you do civilization.
Right.
They all got to us. They saw how welcoming and how cool and dope and rich we were. They was like, man, shit, we can just take that shit and just start right here. So they start, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We didn't put up a great wall like China did. We didn't do the things to protect our resources like other people and other communities did. You know what I'm saying? We were the original Christians on the planet. We actually lived the Christian lifestyle. If our country was based on the Christian ideals that it says it's based on, how do you even do any of the things that you do?
Right.
Period. You can't say about this like one nation under God. If it's one nation under God, how did God have children that He doesn't love equally? So how do you have a whole doctrine where you basically say that there's a whole group of people that's not even relevant to humankind? After you know you spent hundreds of years erasing that said people. Now they had a whole 500-year quest to go into Africa and destroy as much history as they could, as far as just to eradicate the accomplishments and who did them. Period.
To rewrite it all, to rewrite it in their to their benefit.
And then they colonized God, and once they colonized God and make it how they wanted to shape it and how they formed it, Do you know that the story of Jesus is the fourth story of Jesus? The original story is the original Jesus was Horus or Heru, the son of Isis and Osiris.
Right.
That's the original story, bruh. That was thousands of years before we got this Jesus that black people run up behind, waiting for him to save them.
So let me ask you. This.
Outside of ourselves. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So when it comes down to, so would you say that Christianity is tainted as well?
Yes,
as far as
it was used, it was weaponized. It was weaponized. We gave the world spirituality as Africans. We gave the world spirituality. And yes, we had our guys, we had our religions, but we followed guys. We followed the original blueprint, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they let little trinkets of it drip into the Bible because they was lazy. They should have rewrote it completely and did all the things they needed to do to tweak it, because they left some stuff in there. They just like, why do I have to not put other gods before me if ain't no other gods? You see what I'm saying? Right. Africans knew that there was multiple gods. There was only one, Most High, but there were others who helped him do with all this we did. And we were part of that environment, part of that circle. Like, how do you kill a god?
Right.
You make him forget that he was ever a god.
Damn.
Dude, I told my 90-year-old grandmother today the history of our people past slavery, right? It's like, Grandma, you know that we came from people that built pyramids. Like, Thebes is the original civilization. Like, everybody from around the world came to see what this was.
Right.
And it was people who looked like us. Dude, I'm gonna do a post soon where I was looking at, because me and my partner are forming our production, was formed already. It's called Dedicated Prophecy. And we was like, what should I be our logo? And I said, man, I'm always running around on set talking about something. We come from people who build pyramids, so making a movie ain't shit.
Right.
You know, and so I'm keeping everybody's morale up. It's like, yo, man, we build pyramids. This movie shouldn't be hard. Let's stay in our power. You know, everybody should be in A23 if you black. You know what I'm saying? That's how I walk around, bro. Like, I walk around with the power and knowledge to know I come from a people who ruled civilization, the original man. Even my blood type is original. You know what I'm saying? So I walk with that, but imagine if we all learned our history from day one. We understood that Christopher Columbus was just a pirate, thug, rapist, killer, and he was lost. And we live in a country that celebrates the man like he is really the founder. Like, that is the hyperbole that we're living under, bro.
Right, exactly. They're teaching us that, teaching our kids that in school.
We're doing, and we're helping, and we're letting the oppressor, the same very people who enslaved us, teach us. What do you think they're gonna teach us? I always tell a black person, if a white person gave you the book, you better throw it away.
Right.
I guarantee you it's some trickery. And the main book they push down our throat is the King James Version of the Bible. King James is a fucking child molester. Excuse my French. Like most of them mugs in that church are. You know?
Right. So, you know, I definitely agree with you on that, man. And I think that, you know, us as black people, man, like, you know, this generation, the new generation, you know, it's really like, it's really sad, man, that I just think that it was all a part of a strategic plan to even with entertainment, man. Like, you know, it's like we're so easy to just like, why do we do anything
for money?
For money, man. Like, why?
And money and acceptance.
Why? It's like, you know what I'm saying?
It's programmed, King. It's programmed, dude. It's so programmed in us to want to be accepted, because they painted such a picture of acceptance that was such a damn contrast to the other way they was treating us.
Right.
That part of us got ingrained. That's how they controlled 30 slaves on a plantation with 5 people in the house, bro. It was 5 people watching 30, 40, 50 people, dog.
Right.
And they basically stayed there because they could have overran them at any time. You know how you control them people? You tell them that God has chosen you to be these people, this in this position. And if you do this right, you'll see heaven, and you'll be honored in heaven. That's where you're going to find your glory. And
Damn.
people started believing that because you took away the religion that in the history they were practicing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then they show you a few of us that converted over, and they be like, oh wow, he did what they said. They let him in the house, and next thing you know, entertainment and all the things that's happened now is you got the keepers who run the doors supposedly are still the same people who put us in the damn cages basically at some point or had a part in doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. They just doing it on a higher level now.
And not all the people that's in that, in the entertainment business, it's a different sector of people who benefited from the slave trade. You know what I'm saying? They weren't the ones who actually totally enslaved people, but the slave catchers had to have bookkeepers, right?
Right. Exactly.
The bookkeepers, bro. The bookkeepers kept, so I always say, man, there's nobody innocent in America that basically that's not black.
Right.
Because if you got a leg up off of it, you got a leg up off of it, man. And that's just real talking. They want black people to get over slavery. They want black people to be forgiving and all this, but you can't forgive a transgression unless somebody admits they transgressed against you. We can use the Bible. What's that saying? I know you probably know. But they say there can be no repentance without there could be no forgiveness without repentance.
Repentance, exactly.
America ain't even said we fucked up, y'all. That was all bad.
Nah, they ain't gonna never say that.
They're not, because it's working just fine.
Right.
We're gonna keep killing y'all in the streets. We're not gonna reform these police. We're gonna encourage you to go vote. We're gonna encourage you to make you feel like you're part of a democracy. But here's the real deal: this has never been a democracy because the people that live in the country aren't all committed and counted as people.
Right.
How can you have a democracy when you got a whole nation of people living here that you never even counted as a people when you created your constitution or you built it? None of that.
Exactly. That's why they're not even worried about the black vote like that. They're not worried about that, man.
Because you know why? Because they got us all split. Even the problem with blacks in America right now is not Trump. It's not Biden. It's not the system.
Right.
It is us chasing behind the Bidens, the Trumps, the system, thinking they're going to let us in and be equal shareholders in their system.
And they're never going to do that.
We have to find our power in each other. We have to find our black nationalism, Pan-Africanism. If you want to look it up, we'll see what it means. If you people listening and seeing this, it's basically, I see you. I see an African man. I don't have to believe in your God. I don't have to sleep and love the same people you love. But I see an African man, and I am down and support you first, foremost, because you're an African man. First and second, third.
First and foremost, exactly.
Damn about where you eat, what you eat, who you eat with it, and all that. No, if I see African, I am supporting you.
Right.
Now, that's what happens the next step. Then we get our own political party. I suggest it be something like the Lions, something majestic and powerful and royal like we are. The Republicans, that's nice. I like elephants. Elephants are majestic, they're spiritual, whatever, blah. But they're not even representing that the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Us as a people, we nationalize our vote. Everybody, we get our own candidates. You know what I'm saying? We find the brightest of us and have them represent us. Like LeBron will be a great candidate one day when his career is over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Rock or somebody who's at the point. One day I may be a candidate. You never know at the point in my career, in my life, where I go, however it moves me. But if I got the whole black vote behind me, I am a viable candidate now.
Right.
I have a chance to now really affect change on a level that we never even thought of it, just based on, hey, doc, if they African, they voting on him. And then you know what that's going to happen? Half the other world going to vote with us too, because the world follows us. We're the culture. We're the energy. We are the sands of the earth. My therapist told us that one day, man, it hit me so hard. She said, baby, we ain't going nowhere. We are the sands of the earth. I said, wow. Because you can't never get rid of sand. You go to that dang on beach, you got sand in your car for a year or two later.
Wow. Yo, now, you know what, man? Like you've been in this business, man, for a long time.
Well, not really. 13 years now. I'm going on 13. I'm
anything over 10 years, Ron, is
that's called commitment.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
I'll be committed.
This is a side note, man. Like that's what I love about you, man. You're my brother, man, and we just chopping it up, man. Like
Absolutely.
Just a side note. I know you in tune, man, with what's going on. I just want to know, how effective do you think what Jaguar Wright is doing? How effective do you think that her life would be in danger?
Catch
Or
me, catch,
is in danger with what she's
catch
doing?
me up on, catch me up on it. Give me the 30-second synopsis of what Jaguar
Well,
is doing.
okay, she's a success. You know who Jaguar Wright is, of
I know
course.
who she is. Yep.
She's basically going online, she's doing lives, and she's basically airing out everything. And she's been in the business for quite some time, and
Yeah.
I don't know who made her mad or what happened or whatever, but she's airing out. When I tell you, like, absolutely everybody that big dogs, I'm talking about, from your Puffs to your Jiggers to all the people that everybody look up to. Like, I look at people,
Right.
but it's just, I just think that it's just amazing. But
Right.
I've seen that before, and
Yeah, and that's
what happened.
yeah, and to me, it sounds like what. So it sounds like to me she's in a place where she's airing out some of the people in our community. Is like, actually heard you mention Jay, heard you mention Puff. So she's saying there was some bad business.
Like Common,
Yeah,
like
she's naming
the
all. Yeah,
Roots,
again,
the
again,
Roots.
and look, and I get it. Here's how I feel about that at this point in time where we at as Black people in this country. Like, I'm just really critical and really careful watching any Black person who sides against a Black person right now.
Right.
Just right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we got the R. Kellys that need to be dealt with immediately right now because he's been skating away doing, some things that should have been handled a long time ago.
Right.
But for something that can wait, we really should understand and try to come together more so than come apart.
Right now.
Right now, man.
Like right now.
I don't think people really understand, bro. We've been living in a Cold War for fucking 150 since slavery. It's been a Cold War.
Right.
It ain't been out people just outright we blowing up shit like, but there's been moments. Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was a goddamn, that to me, that was a battle cry.
Why isn't
that with a full
why isn't a spotlight on that though, Ron?
Because they control the media, King. They control the narrative, dog. We got to get back in control of the narrative. You know how you get control of the narrative? You get the big bank. You got to get the big bank. Big bank take little bank. Right. You got to get control of the narrative, bro. The narrative is, if you can control history, you create history. Period.
So would you say that Tyler Perry and Oprah, would you say that they're in positions of power, or even with that type of status and that type of bank, you still, with being a person of color, you still limited?
Well, here's the deal. I always believe that I play chess.
Okay.
I believe the Tyler Perrys of our world and the Oprahs and the Jordans and the Puffs, the Brock, they have to operate in a different medium at the time because of where they at.
Right.
There's levels to everything.
Right.
For them to be effective and be able to be in position to help anybody, they have to stay in certain positions to even be able to, and who knows, those folks that we just mentioned, they're operating in the spirit we haven't actually. I haven't gotten access yet.
Right.
I'll wait to it.
Right.
But there's levels, and once you get into those levels of access, we don't know what they're doing behind closed doors, because for them to move publicly, it's almost a detriment. It's almost like, why would I put my biggest gun out in front? When,
right.
You have these different things moving because BLM, they need funding. All of the movements that are sparking up need funding. You know what I'm saying? I foresee it, and I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, and I'm because I have to be who I say I am. I can't sit here and badmouth Oprah, Tyler Perry, any Black woman or Black man in no shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? No matter if I have a feeling about any of them. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a conversation that you and I have completely offline between just you and I in a private setting that nobody ever hear, because I will never ever disparage the accomplishments or what they're doing behind closed doors that nobody even knows about. So I salute to them, because at the end of the day, they're showing other Black people that it's possible. So they're doing their job as far as I'm concerned. Because if you're not getting inspired by what they're doing, and you're not seeing that, hey, if Tyler Perry can do it, Karon Joseph Riley can do it, you missing the whole point of why Tyler Perry's doing it.
Right. Right.
You know, They always want celebrities and people of that stature to do the thing. They're doing it.
Right. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? They're focused. They're disciplined. They have dreams. They believe in themselves. They don't do a whole lot of, looking outside themselves for the power. They go inside. Oprah spoke of self-affirmation 10 million times on her show. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk to these people, I've had conversations with Tyler. He's never been not forthcoming with information on how he did it. Like one of the things I kept with Tyler that he told me one time in his house early in our, very like the first and second year I was acting. I think I did one line on Meet the Browns. But of course, my wife is my wife, and she was already in the industry, so we was at this party because of my wife. So I'm there, me and Tyler just talking. He's like, one thing I always tell you is this: own everything that you do.
Wow.
And 12, 13 years down the line now, I'm producing, I'm writing, I got my own team of people and that's what I'm preaching to them. I'm saying, look, guys, why do we create content to say we're gonna go give it to somebody else? We're going to look for somebody else to buy it, or we're going to look for somebody else to believe in it. We believed in it. Let's create it and give it to the world. Let the world decide. And my friend, my partner, Lim Collins, and my other partners, Mike Allen and Marcus, we have a team. Lim has his own network, his own station on YouTube. They have 160 some plus followers. It's called Scriptworks. I'll say it again. Scriptworks. If you guys have been following me on Instagram and you saw that trailer I just released, that thriller we releasing on Halloween, it's coming out on Scriptwork. That's where it's coming out. It's not coming out on TV One. It's not coming out on Bound. It's not coming out on BET. It's not coming out on any other network because they have theirs already. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're saying, Lim, you're gonna be our Bob Johnson. I'll be our Tyler Perry. I'll create content, and because we all created together. So why not just put it on the content, get paid 3 times over it? The Tyler Perry model, the Will, all those people showed me how to win. So I'm not ever gonna talk against them because the fact that they're winning and doing it with integrity and leading as black men it's imperative for us to see that. I shot that whole season of Ambitions on Tyler Perry's lot, the new one, on a production produced by Will Packer, another black man, another black king. And I rode around sometime on the campus before I got to my trailer and just cried, bro.
Right. Wow.
Because I could feel the immense sacrifice. I could feel the immense struggle that it took to get here, man. And I salute Tyler and I salute Will. I salute all them brothers for what they've done for us as the culture. And if you're not paying attention and that doesn't inspire you, maybe you're not meant to go.
Man. You ain't never lying, because when we see Tyler Perry, we do see our people in position. We see our people on the screen. He mix it up. You know what I'm saying? And but we do see our people, and it's definitely an outlet, I feel like, for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Now,
anytime we can see ourselves not getting killed on TV in a way that's not scripted, we did on our own just to make believe shit, then it's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm creating content where I hardly see any of us die. Like, I'm not even trying to have us die in the content I create. I'm trying to make the bastard beings that we are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Developing Black Superman for myself right now, and I'm not like partnering with DC or Marvel. They got theirs.
Right.
I'm gonna show you ours.
Right. I'm loving that.
And he gonna be for us.
I'm loving that, man. I definitely got to chop it up with you about that too, man, because we got to talk about.
Just hold fast, because when we get the script done, I'm just gonna be looking for investors, because I want the people to own it too.
Already.
The Black Superman does $500 million or $1 billion. I want to make 25 new millionaires off the movie. Instead of just me being rich, I want to do 30 other black people that gave me anywhere from $100 to $10,000. Let's make the movie together. Let's make it a community movie. Let's show the world what it looks like. All do it together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you make that movie, it feeds us into perpetuity. Right. Just like they do. What do you think they make those movies for and keep them rotate? How many times you done seen Rambo played in the last 20? The very it's a cash machine.
Man,
you ain't
never lying, man. That's why we got to keep ours circulating as well. That's why it's important.
Doing our thing. Like my brother Jay Morrison and my sister Ernestine Morrison, they created the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. it's crowdfunding on a black molecular level where they've had, I think, shit. Don't even misquote me on the numbers, how many people invested in the Tulsa real estate fund. I know my wife and I was one of the people, but I know it was a ton of black people, and it raised like $13 million. So Jay takes his real estate knowledge and he invests that money into real estate for blacks, basically. So we get to control the real estate, the block, the shit, the stuff that they've been doing. But how did he do that in a way that he could actually really affect cover some real ground? Is that we group economics. You know what I'm saying? You can invest anywhere from $500 to $5,000 or $50,000, whatever you wanted to. I think the minimum was maybe 500, but that's the bottom. Like, how many times we done tricked off 500 at the club? How many times we done tricked off 500 just on some dumb shit? Like, instead of trying to buy something, a Gucci bag to fit in with some rapper who live in check to check that you think is balling,
right?
500 and invested in something, invested in a black owned business or a stock. You know what I'm saying? Delta or something that somebody that people gotta have. We got to start re-engineering our brains to look to each other and ourselves inside, or we gonna still be in the same hamster wheel.
Right. Let me ask you this, man. Like, why do you think that and do you think that the mentality will ever change? Because it's like, here we out here fighting for something. All not, tons of people all over the world. It's a worldly fight. And then you look on the news. I mean, you can just take the news in your city or in the morning when you get up, you know what I mean? And it's always somebody that got shot, a black on black, crime. Like, we quick to do that. But we're always hesitant when it comes down to other situations. But I'm quick to tell you, you know what I'm saying, or check you or take your life or whatever. Would you say that as well, is a mentality that was taught?
Absolutely, bro. We've continued to, like, I listen to one of the people, one of my heroes now is one of the Honorable Dr. John Henry Clark. If you guys are listening to this interview and you are interested in really trying to find, you can listen to your history, because he was one of the most well-read of us. He read so much he went blind.
Right. Wow.
He was literally a living vessel to the past. Like, he was literally a living vessel. And all the books that I read and been reading have come from these lectures, because he mentions the books, he tells you the names, and then I go write it down, and I go read the book, right?
Right.
And on top of me listening to him daily and just listening to the information and the knowledge and doing my own research after I hear it and make my own, and it lines right up, bro. So I think, yes, it was a strategic attack on us since the Willie Lynch letters, man. They pitted us against each other from day one to keep us segregated and separated. And it still works for us now, because I still hear black people saying they're Republican, black people saying they're Democrats, and black people saying they're alphas, and black people saying they're A's, black people saying I'm from New Orleans, I'm from Detroit, I'm from Detroit, but really we all in the same boat, because they don't separate us. So why we keep doing it? Why we keep separating ourselves from each other when we the sources?
That's true, man. I like that. That's deep.
So when, again, it goes back to our history and our knowledge of self, because if we know knowledge of self, bro, like I self-corrected myself, man. I wasn't always walking and seeing a black man and not seeing a threat. I was at that point in my life where, I was fearful of my people. You know what I'm saying? At certain points, I was more fearful of my people than I was of them at certain points in my life. But now, at this point where I'm at and the knowledge that I've gained, I think it's a responsibility of me not to walk in fear of my people and see my people and embrace them. And when I see them, I speak positivity into them. Dude, it's times where I've said peace queen or peace king to a brother or sister that I've never met. I might just be running past them on my street running. I see a brother or sister coming, I'm like, peace queen, peace king. And I see him like, what was what? Huh?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I find that very shocking. I don't find it shocking, but I do find it very revealing to show just how much we as a people have not been poured into.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the whole world is set up to pour into them,
Mm.
usually based off of what we do and generate. But what we can't do, like the Honorable Dr. John Henry Clark always says, we can't keep running our grits through other people's meals expecting something different.
That's deep.
Like, think about it.
That's really, really deep, man. Like, for real.
Like, I go out of my way to support, like, every movie, everything I shoot and produce. I've already said to all my partners, all my people in my circle, we're wearing black. All my people, that's gonna be my wardrobe in every movie I do. I don't need Gucci. I don't need Prada. I can find a black brother that can cut a suit for me that's gonna look just as good, because the suit is just really just basically a cloak to go over this godly anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the light shining through it anyway.
Right.
So I make it a point, dog. Everything I shoot, you'll see. And if you see a bunch of David Banner gear on, you see a bunch of my gear, Keith Pelling gear on, anything black on, you know Karon produced it and he was part of controlling that. Now, if you see me on some network TV show, it's gonna be some vanilla plain, blah 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 blah. But I gotta get the checks to produce my own shit to keep building my own. So
absolutely.
Sometimes that's the whole analogy. I gotta rob Peter to pay Paul.
Already.
And part of it is, I got a responsibility in that aspect of taking roles that's responsible as well. Us as black actors, we got to stop taking roles from people that make us look crazy.
Right.
Like they wanted me to audition for a role recently where I was a surgeon, brilliant surgeon was the write-up, but he's abusive and beats his wife.
Oh man.
And I was after I started reading the script and got into it, I hit my manager and said, "Look, man, I can't do this, man." And he's like, "Why?" I said, "I don't represent that, man. I can't. Can't even in my spirit. I can't bring my spirit to say, why would I be the woman that gave me my children, gave me a legacy? Like, why would I ever hurt her in that way?"
Right. Wow, man.
I can 100% control all of that. So I turned around and my manager was like, "Yeah, man, I love you for that." And I was like, "Man, I got to be who I say I am."
Right.
I gotta be that. If I say I'm this, I gotta be that.
That how do you think that and I don't want to tear people down either, man, but I want to know, man, like, because I just feel like reality TV, man, for us, I just feel like it's hurting us, man.
Never helped us. It's never helped
hurting us, man.
It's definitely been something that has not added to our legacy as people. It's definitely perpetuated the cycle of thought process. It's a thought process, bro, because most of the white people that's our age and within our age group and younger, they don't inherently wake up not fucking with black people. They're taught that shit.
Right.
And then it's reaffirmed daily. And everything we see is subliminal. You see what I'm saying? If you just pay attention to it, it's all subliminal if you're not aware. It ain't subliminal to me. That's why I stopped watching the news. Why am I watching the news? They're not sending no signals out for no black people to meet up and create nothing. So there's no information I need.
That's real though, man. That's real.
I don't need to watch the news to know that if I get pulled over, I could die tonight. I don't need no news to tell me that my voice ain't never mattered in this country, and it ain't gonna matter to this country until I make it matter.
Right.
And the way I make it matter is the same way they made their voice matter. And my wife and I was having this discussion the other night, bro. She's just like, I just think it's time for a hard reset for black people. Like, I don't say we need to be completely, inclusive with other people, but I think at some point we got to get to a point where we really lock in with each other, to a point where we really get to know each other first, and then we can do business with other people, but not until we lock in with each other and figure out that dynamic first again. We got to meet each other.
Man, that's deep right there.
You know what I'm saying? We out here walking down the street and see another black man. It's so many times, man, because I mean, like I said, I try to be who I say I am. So I see another brother or sister, I try to Peace queen, peace king. I don't give a fuck who I'm around.
Right.
I prefer them to hear me say it.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But sometimes you see, and I still see people not, connecting with us and not trying to be in there. Like, come on, y'all, we on enemy, we in enemy territory, y'all. We gotta lock in. But we got enough of us on the planet that we don't need no help if we just lock in. It's over 1 billion of us here.
You ain't never lying.
But they killed over 1 billion of us.
Right.
Like the Holocaust was bad, but it wasn't nothing compared to slavery, baby. We'd have laughed at the Holocaust as black people. We might have came through that one a little easy. We might have came through that like, oh shit, we good. What's up?
Right.
All you got?
Right.
Because slavery was way harsher than what they show in the movies, buddy.
Oh, believe that. Definitely believe that.
It was. Oh my God. You got a better chance of going to jail for doing something to a dog than you do doing to a black man.
Man.
Michael Vick went to jail so fast behind some dogs that they didn't even see him do nothing to the dogs. They just assumed and thought because it was his house and it was his friends. He went to jail faster than anybody.
You ain't never lying about
that. Trial happened. He was locked up faster than any dog. This dog. That was unbelievable fast. Mike, I was like, who was his lawyers?
Right.
He was a brother. He was a brother. But
right.
We don't know what side of the fence he was on, man. Because what I've learned in my research, it's three types of Africans, man. It's the ones that's gonna fight.
Right.
The ones that's gonna flee.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the ones
they're gonna tell.
They're gonna assimilate. They're gonna be friending the bully. And they're gonna help the bully.
Man.
I gotta believe I came from one of the tribes that fight.
Right.
I gotta believe that. But
yeah,
I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to fleeing and getting my damn resources together either, man. Because I feel like right now the only answer for us in this country is fight or flight.
Yeah.
Those are two options.
Yeah.
That's the only real two options for real sustained change in a mannerable way that's really gonna happen. And reparations, we need reparations. One or two, you need to either give us reparations so you can say that you try to make an atonement for what happened. Mm-hmm. And then you give and here's my idea for reparations. I'm just gonna start putting it into the universe. All black people 100 years back, if you worked in this country and paid taxes, you get a check back, all those taxes, off rip. So if your grandmother's 80 years old, she works half her life, more than half, she gonna get a check.
Right.
Your mom, your dad, you, anybody who's been putting money into this country already gets a check back. I get all that NFL money, all that shit coming back. Thank you. I'm ready to rock. I'm about to produce like crazy. I'm about to do about 5 movies off that tax check.
Right.
Now I have no more excuses of why I can't get ahead. Because I got a chunk of money that I earned still. So you can't say you just gave me something.
Right.
Because you got to make it right for them. Because they still not going to just give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it make sense for them. So they can say, yeah, we just gave what they already earned. It's all good,
Right. Nothing extra. We just gave them what.
That's if we choose not just form our own militia and storm the Capitol and do what we got to do. I don't know. That's the other option. If you're gonna negotiate, that's how we should negotiate. We should negotiate with that plan. And going forward for the next 400 years, anybody of African descent doesn't have to pay taxes to the country. Now we talking about getting back on even.
Right.
Because now everybody who's working now just got a raise.
Wow. Man.
Now your life immediately improved. Everybody, and all you did really was make something right that you should have did a long time ago.
Right.
Now that's my idea. Now I put this on your interview first. That's the first time this idea has been put into the world, other than the people close to me.
Hey,
it's here and it's documented. So if I do run for president one day, that's what I'm running on.
Man, that's deep though. You know what I mean? Because really, when you think about it, man, it shouldn't even be homeless people, man. Like, I mean, it's so bad, man. It's so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's one, this country, professes to be the greatest country on earth. But I tell you what, man, they treat their veterans like shit. People that served and fought in the army for them, they treat them like shit. Like if I ran the world, man, and I had people that would sacrifice their lives and came back, if they didn't make it back, their families would never have to want for nothing.
Right.
for generations to come, like you would be good. If your dad served in my army and when he passed away, your family's still gonna get a stipend every year that's gonna help y'all whatever case y'all in.
Exactly.
However I can help, we gonna continue to help for what you've done for what I did. That's how I'm running the country. I bet people vote for my ass. I tell you what.
Right. I mean, Trump done opened up the doors. I mean, so anybody can run. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
yeah, anybody can run because again, like I said, the president is probably the least powerful person in the government the way it's set up now, and they did it that way on purpose.
I know he that was by design with him in there. Like,
Yeah, man, I'm one of those belief people saying, man, what they show you is not what's happening, man.
right.
Like I believe all this democracy shit that they profess, because this is a fake democracy. It's just to show y'all what you want to see. And there's a group of men who's been making all the shots for years, and they basically been living in silence. What's the greatest damn trick the devil ever pulled? Convincing the world he didn't exist.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
You start a whole country basically exterminating groups of indigenous people, and that's the ground you build your country on. If that don't sound like Satan, I don't know what is.
right. So you would agree that it is a secret society of people who run this
I
world.
just don't believe nothing they gonna willingly show me.
Right.
So if you're gonna show me this over here in this hand, I know some shit over here, damn pickpocketing my ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you doing all this up here, woo, 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 woo. You got Trump in there making all this noise, all these distractions and shit. He the perfect motherfucker because they done probably moved the earth on our ass. We might be in a whole nother solar system after this whole shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling because we so caught up in all the bullshit that we don't know what's happening.
It's all day long from Don Lemon to it's all day. They just going. It's all day back to back. They talking about the same old stuff all day long, man.
One anchor get off and go talk for 2 hours, and the next anchor come on and say the same stories with his spin on it.
Exactly. Same old stuff, man. I just get burned out. It's like
I told you I disconnected, dog. I'm off of it, bro. I go out of my way not to listen to the news now.
Right.
I'd rather put on a movie. That's going to benefit me a lot more than the news because I can study the film and I can learn.
Right. Right. How is it like with having two people in the household? Being in a relationship with both of you guys in the entertainment business, like, how is it? You know what I mean? Is it can it be difficult at times, or with full understanding it's just it's smooth sailing, or something that over time it you guys are kind of settled into, you know what I'm saying, out of the lights and just
no, it's definitely something like anything in a team oriented thing, like a family is. The longer you stay together, the longer you play together, the better you get as a team. And you beginning, of course you got to have the personalities and the core skills to actually form a team, which is it starts with choosing the right person to marry in the first place.
Right.
And you get in there with each other, and there's times when it gets a little rough, but you fight through it, and usually if it's the right situation, those tough times make you better. And that's what's been with us. We got through a lot of times and we just had different ideas in the world, or different maturity levels in the world, and we just continue to keep moving towards. We have a goal. We understand what legacy is. We understand that it's bigger than us, and we understand that it's up to us to lead by example, and try our best to adhere to uphold to just being there with each other on the journey. We both individuals on our own individual journeys, but we choose to do it together at the time, and we're cool in that understanding that our happiness is our individual's responsibility. And as an artist, both being artists, we understand the business, we understand the sacrifices, and recently and just now we've been really blessed and happy with just the way things been going. If I'm busy and working, she usually down a little bit and not working, so she's able to take care of the crib and as soon as I slow back down a minute, she jumps back in and she goes and she does it. And we've been having a really good organic mix of that so far. But of course, I know eventually it's going to get to the point where we both just balls to the wall at the time. But again, the universe will supply whatever we need because we're operating from our internal God structures, and we'll be able to afford somebody that can help us. Like now with our daughter with this homeschooling, this digital stuff. I learned really quick that I'm not a teacher. I was blessed.
Right.
My wife is the same, so we hired one of our assistants that been working with us, and she happened to be a second grade teacher at one point. So we was like, look, why not we pour into you while you help our daughter? You've been with us anyway.
Right.
This is how you build community. This is how you build tribes. We as Black people operated in communal tribes. You know what I'm saying? So she's a young Black girl and she wants to be an actress and she's in the business. But one of her skill sets is education. So why not service each other? You know what I'm saying? She need the money. We need the help. And she, you know what I'm saying? She's around two dope ass actors and shit all the time too.
Exactly. Man, look. Before we get out of here though, man, what could because I mean this is a full episode. It's a full plate right here. You know what I'm saying? And I know that my listeners definitely appreciate this meal that you prepared. Because I'm very, very grateful, man, for any of your time. But you're always there for me anytime I need you, man. You know what I'm saying? What in closing, what would you want to if you could just speak to the world, man? You know what I'm saying? What would you if you just got the world's attention, you know what I'm saying, and primarily people of color, what would you say to them, man? Like you got the mic, it's on you.
Well, I'll straight up and I'll say this. I'm not concerned about the world right now. I'm concerned about my African people that's around the world. I implore you to learn about your history, learn about your greatness, latch on to that greatness, and understand that together we are more. Together we are enough, and together we can find our society and our contribution back to the world of what we meant to be, where we were meant to be. We're the trailblazers. We are the ones who create and build and give to others and serve. Let us get back there. And people always ask me at the interviews lately, how can we find you and how can we connect with you? And I say, no, before you can do all that, I want to give you a couple things to listen to and read. If you're African American, I would suggest the 12 spiritual laws of success, just as an overall mental health success spectrum for yourself. Then for us and our people, I would start with downloading Dr. John Henrik Clarke's lectures off of iTunes. The next book I would want you to get is Christopher Columbus and the African Holocaust by Dr. John Henrik Clarke. The next book I would implore you to get is Christianity Before Christ. And the last book, just for now, because that's enough for you to chew on, because after you get through these three, you're going to be so goddamn amped up and ready to goddamn do something other than follow behind these,
Right.
The last one is the destruction of the Black civilization. And once you do all that, you can find me at Karon Joseph Riley on Instagram, and I'm pretty much everywhere by my name, Karon J. Riley, Twitter, Facebook, Karon Joseph Riley. And you can Google me and look me up on Roku and put my name in, and you can find me on numerous Christmas movies and other entities of entertainment. And the dimples will remain consistent and the abs. And
my God, man. My God. Yo, man, listen, you already know, man. You gotta come back on here, man, because we gotta do this thing in chapters, man. Like it's so much to talk.
Oh, and I got the book coming too. I got the book coming first quarter. Man Laws.
Man Laws.
2 cents to a young Black brother. It's on 13th and Joan. My sister Audrey is the publisher of 13th and Joan. Strong Black sister. publishing men's stories, and she has made me the ambassador of her program, 100 Seeds of Promise, to get more black men telling their stories, writing books. So whenever you're ready, dog, you let me know, and you can become an author too, King.
Hey, man, you already know.
It's limitless, baby.
I got
Gently,
you.
King. You know how we do.
I already know, man. Listen, I'm telling you, man, it's just always a pleasure. Look at Janelle. Like it ain't never enough time, man, with us, man. Because I mean, it's just magical moments like this, man, and sharing wisdom and sharing knowledge, man. And I'm just man, I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful for you, man, and your family, man, and I just can't wait, man, till things open back up again, man, when we can actually move around safely again, man. And we gotta get that in person.
It's coming, brother. It's coming. It's all in due time, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
want to say, man, thank you for all your love and support, man, and your positive energy and thoughts of me. It makes a difference. I tell people all the time, your karma comes down to with the feeling you leave with people, man, because that feeling creates the positive energy that goes out to the universe and thinks about you, and it keeps flowing around, man. So thank you for your great circular energy, my brother, and pouring into me. I'm always going to be here for you as long as I can and be there for you. I'm going to lead by example. I got to say who I am, baby.
absolutely, man. I'm loving it, man. Let's put them social platforms out there one more time, man, and ways that people can connect. And then we plug everything that we needed to plug. I know you got stuff coming.
We got the Halloween. We got the Halloween release of the Voter Terrors on Scriptworks YouTube.
Write
Scriptworks.
that down, Scriptworks.
Scriptworks YouTube. The Voter Terrors Volume 1 is coming. I directed, started that, produced that with my partners, Dedicated Prophecy, Lim Collins, Mike Allen. We put that together, and then we got the fellas coming soon as well. That's the pilot I wrote and directed and starred in with my partner. Actually, my boy Barry Sturtman directed it, but my partner Lim Collins and I started it with a bunch of other people: Rodney Perry, T.C. Carson, Marquita Goings, Roderick Minger, all my family. I got everybody who I mess with in it with me, and we just have a time, and it's showing black brothers being. It's like Entourage meets The Office. So,
oh man, that's yeah.
Funny. It's just something to show us in a different light, man. Ain't nobody shooting nobody. We ain't selling drugs. We did have an episode. The pilot episode is talking about some weed, but that's just what the world is on now. That's just where it's going, and I'm cool with it. It's a great medicinal thing if you have arthritis like me from football.
You're right.
But other than that, brother, I just wanted to thank you for being you, man, and can keep building your dream, because it's gonna get bigger and it's gonna get stronger, and it's gonna continue to thrive, because as a black media person, you will be needed to get the message across at some point. So keep sharpening, keep getting ready, brother, because all our talents will be needed in the talented tent, brother. So thank you.
Absolutely, man. Look, for me, man, the Vibe team, E-Source team, Plug Star, man, Jacqueline Yvette, PR Services, we just want to just thank you again, man. We want to wish you more blessings and more success with everything that you're doing, my brother, right now, and everything that you're going to be doing in the future, man. Like, it's definitely necessary. Thank you so much, man.
I want to make sure I shout out the team, man. Janelle Forbes, my publicist. Trey Haley's my business manager, who's been helping me with all my other stuff too. And my management team, Burke Management, brothers Vanzel and Victor Burke, and Tanisha and everybody over there at Burke. Thank you guys for helping me build the dream. I tell them all the time, I'm the vision. I just need the engineers to help me build it.
Exactly. Shout out to Janelle too, man. For she heard me, man. She jumped on me, man. Shout out to Janelle. That's my heart right there, man.
The hottest publicist in Atlanta. Once y'all see it, once you get to it. We building each other. We gonna get there, Queen. Trust me, we gonna get there. The vision has already been seen. We just gotta stay tight. Love y'all.
Absolutely, man. It's the one Riley, King Karon Joseph Riley, man. That's my guy right there, man. Love, bro.
Love, King.
That was my special guest, man. Y'all already know you gotta love that guy. Man, I'm telling you, Karon Joseph Riley, man, always bringing nothing but jewels, man, just a gem dropper. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know one thing, man. hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you want to stay plugged in, because I'm telling you, man, we got more exclusive interviews coming directly to you. And if you don't have that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, have your subscriptions on and your notifications on, man. I mean, how you gonna stay connected, man? How are you gonna stay connected and stay in the loop of what's going on, man? Stop playing games. You know you loving it, man. It's the Vibe Show. Listen, also, man, y'all make sure that y'all go over there to check out that Vibe Show 97.9, our official radio station website. Go over there and check that out, man. We got a lot of stuff going on over there as well. Let me try to see if I can get this I can get it on the screen here. There we go, right there. Follow our website at www.thevibeshow979.net, man. Go over there and log on. We got music streaming 24/7. We got the latest updates, man. We got news updates. It's a lot going on over there, man. You'll be able to see on that calendar to see what all we got coming up. Also, y'all make sure y'all rush over to that mobile app store, man, and grab that Vibe Show 97.9 app. Get it on your phone. That way you'll always be connected, man. Also, if you're not following me, go follow me on Instagram at Kano the Don 2975. Shout out to the Vibe team, man. Love y'all. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. I'm out.